Hello, my stamping friends. This is Renee Novak at blessedbycards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. I am coming to you from St. Louis, Missouri. Today, for our weekly Wednesday, I thought I would share with you this super fun and super easy accordion fun fold card. Okay, so I have created this fun fold card out of a piece of designer series paper that measures 5 1/4 by 12. And we're going to just build this on a piece of cardstock that measures 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. Now, all the supplies and all the measurements are available in a free project download sheet on my blog at blessedbycards.com if you don't want to write down any of the measurements. So very simply, you're going to need a cardstock solid piece that measures 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. And then you're going to need a piece of designer series paper. I have chosen the Valentine one from the Endless Love, and we're using the Endless Love dies on this one. And then the hello is from the product of the month this month in January of 2026. If you spend $75, you can get this fabulous sayings for $5. Okay, so you're going to need, in addition to your designer series paper, you're going to need a white piece that measures 3 3/4 by 5. Then you're going to need 2 pieces of white that measure 2 1/2 by 2 1/2, and 2 solid pieces that match or coordinate with your designer series paper that measure 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So this is a card that I created using that Endless Love dies. But today I thought it would be super fun if we just took a totally different piece of paper. Now this is also a product of the month. This is the True Blue Florals. It is still available, so if you purchase $75 and you would prefer to buy this product of the month, just click on True Blue Florals for $5. If you spend $75 and you want to get the other one, the one for January, which is the Fabulous Sayings, you can purchase that for $5. If you put in 2 separate orders of $75, you can get them both, but you can only get one of each. So, all right, so we're going to take a piece of designer series paper that measures 5 1/4 by 12, and it's super simple. You're just going to score it at 2, 4, 6, and 8. So if you can see on this side here, I scored it at 2, 4, 6, and 8. It's really kind of hard to see. But then what you're going to want to do after you've got your scores is you're going to want to pick whatever side you want. I'm choosing this side, so I would like to have this side as my focal point. So I'm going to fold the side I don't want and kind of make that like my card. Okay, so this is going to be the inside of my card. And then what you want to do is just kind of accordion fold back and forth. And of course I did not bring my bone folder. I guess that's what happens when you retire. You start forgetting things. Okay, so I'm just going to use my finger to score along there, and you're just going to fold it back and forth, kind of right along there. And it is important that you kind of line it up and as you go, and then score it down, and then you fold your last piece back and then score that real well. So again, a bone folder would be great. Okay, so that is how simple that accordion fold comes together. And again, it's 2, 4, 6, and 8. And then we're going to grab our solid piece that measures 5 1/2 by 4 1/4, and that's going to become the back of our card. And the reason being is this is kind of flimsy with the designer series paper, so you do want it to be a little more of a sturdy back. And so we're just going to layer that right on there. And then we're taking that 3 3/4 by 5 inch piece of white, and we're going to put it on the inside. Now I've cropped out a couple of the hearts from the dies that I used from the Endless Love dies and put them right on there, but you can decorate yours however you want. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of glue, and I'm going to first adhere that entire piece of designer series paper down on my card base. Okay, and so I'm just using that piece of Night of Navy, and I'm just going to put that down there to make it a little more sturdy. And then I'm going to take my white piece that I've decorated with my hearts, and that's going to be the inside where I write my greeting. And I'm just going to put a little border of that designer series paper all around. And then on the accordion fold, what we're going to do to create that fun look on there is take two pieces of that 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and that, again, I said to coordinate with your designer series paper. So my 2 3/4 are Night of Navy. And I've already pre-stamped and pre-decorated. This is the happy birthday from that Fabulous Sayings, and I just masked it so that it would be on top of each other instead of straight across. And then I just took a couple of those sweet little hearts, and this star is from the Swirl Designs bundle. And so all you're going to do is you're going to take your front piece and you're going to line it up wherever you want. And if you want it to be up at the top or in the middle, however you want. My original one I had right straight in the middle, and I think this one I'm going to go a little bit towards the top. And then what you want to make sure you do is only put glue on that one side, because you don't want to glue your entire card shut. So you want to just kind of line it up and see where you want it to be, and then press that down and give it a little, let it adhere a little bit, and there it is. So then the second thing I'm going to do is I want to put this one on my second one, but I don't want them to be scattered. You could do it this way and make it an accordion, but you'd have to make sure that it does adhere onto here if you wanted to kind of make it a fun accordion that way. But for this one, I think I'm just going to stick with my original design, and I'm going to make sure that that adheres right underneath there so it's all hidden. Okay, and so how I'm going to do that is, again, I'm going to put only adhesive on the one side that I want it to be down. And before I put it in, I'm going to line it up with this one. So you see how I'm lining that up? And then I have the glue on this side, but I'm keeping this lined up here so that this is straight. And then I'm just going to fold it over and on top of that. And if you do it very gently, it will stay in place. And then once you have it exactly where you want it, just give it a little push. And again, if you want it to be an accordion out this way, just make sure that you have enough space to add it to your accordion fold. So there you go. Very super sweet happy birthday card with the true blue florals, and then a fun Valentine's hello card using the Endless Love paper. So that's all I have for my weekly Wednesday today. Hop on over to my blog at blessedbycards.com. You'll be able to purchase any of these products, and you'll also be able to download a free project sheet with all the measurements and supplies for today's cards. Okay, so thanks again for watching, and until next time, be blessed.